Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adam Zakir bin Zulkifli, and today I will explain about the introduction ideal gas law. Ideal gas law, called as the general gas equation, is the equation of state of a hypothetical ideal gas. Ideal gas law is a good approximate statement for studying gases that various behavior under many conditions, stated by a man named Bernard Paul Emile Caliprian in 1834. Empirical Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro law, and Gay-Lussac law. Take a minute to look at the algebra that describes the relationship between pressure, volume, temperature, and the quantity of gas in the system. This sample statement represents the culmination of the work of dozens of scientists over 100 years, and it includes the discovery of the scientists recognized in the lesson. The ideal gas law describes a relationship between pressure, volume, temperature, and the number of moles in terms of gas constant for an ideal gas. The ideal gas law assumes that the gas molecules are ideal and do not have any volume, and that there are no force acting on them except during collision. It was designed to understand the effect of pressure, volume, and temperature of gases while including the variable of real-world condition. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Ahmad Roslain. In this project, I will give a presentation on calculation. PV equal to nRT, P equal to pressure, V equal to volume, and T equal to temperature. N equal to amount of substance, R equal to ideal gas constant. The ideal gas law can also be derived from first principle using the kinetic theory of gases, in which several simplifying assumptions are made. Chief among which are that the molecules or atoms of the gas are point masses possessing mass but no significant volume and undergo only elastic collision with each other, and the side of the container in which both linear momentum and kinetic energy are conserved.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Ukram Syukri. My meeting number is AA212216. Now I will share to you about application ideal gas law in engineering. With the first one, we choose airbag. When a car crash, sensor in the front of the vehicle detect a collision, sending an electrical signal to a canister that contains sodium azide, and then the sodium azide then it detonating a small amount of an igniter compound. Sodium azide release nitrogen gas, which can instantly inflate an airbag after sodium azide reacting with heat. You can see that airbag use ideal gas law, which need a pressure to inflate an airbag, and then in a volume for the airbag volume, sodium azide reacting with heat to create nitrogen gas. And we can see the last one is mole. We can see that the nitrogen gas has a mole. For the second one is racing tire. Many racing cars use a dry nitrogen instead of air in their tires, because nitrogen has a much more consistent rate of expansion and contraction compared to the usual air. Nitrogen molecules are bigger than normal air molecules. It is harder to them leak out from the tires, and it will maintain pressure longer than air. So we can see the racing tire use ideal gas law, which it need pressure, then the tire volume, and then for the temperature, we can see when the racing car racing, the temperature of the tire increase. So the nitrogen gas can maintain the temperature over 100 Celsius. And then you can see that it use nitrogen gas, which we can calculate which mole. That's all for me. Thank you.
Izani binti Rustan. Now I want to present about advantage for ideal gas law. The law of an ideal gas is an equation of state that describe an ideal gas. This state equation relate the pressure, volume, temperature, and mass of a gas, and are very useful for describing how a gas would behave under ideal condition. This is the most common state equation for gases. According to ideal gas law, pressure changes linearly with temperature and quantity, and inversely with volume. The concept of ideal gas law is widely used in life. For example, it is used in the automotive industry. They produce vehicle airbag to prevent injury to driver during an accident. This law is also used in producing many useful technologies nowadays. Technology is defined as the development, use of tool, machine, material and process to solve human problems. Many of the latest technology use ideal gas law. For example, a refrigerator. Inside the refrigerator, the refrigerant gas is compressed, which means the volume of gas decreases, which eventually raises the temperature. This hot gas is channeled through a radiator, which emits heat and the gas re-expands. The expanding gas cools by absorbing heat from the inside of the refrigerator. In addition, in an aeroplane, this law is used to obtain the same pressure balance inside and outside the aeroplane. Therefore, this shows that the ideal law of gas is very useful in life.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Nurauda binti Azimi and my metric number is 21116. In conclusion, gas is a state in which the molecule of particles collide with each other in an area. The position and distance of the particle molecule are also large when compared to the state of the solid and liquid particle molecule. Based on the description of the ideal gas law, there have three related laws, which is Boyle law, Avogadro, and Charles. The fundamental gas law are closely related to the relationship of pressure, temperature, amount of gas, and volume. Calculation for the three gas law can use the formula PV equal to nRT. The use of knowledge of gas law is also widespread when viewed on the application of gas law in real life. Therefore, I hope science can be expanded and applied by today's society so that the convenience of life can be achieved for pleasure in the next country. That's all for me. Thank you.